think it was good. It was a solid C plus. I ate all the mac and cheese. I didn't eat all of everything else.
All right. Let's move on.
Yeah.
To, I know we had a Isaac, our number one fan, Isaac. Sorry, Bubba.
True that.
Just for the record, our Facebook followers on our Monday Morning Food Truck Facebook page is 65% men, 34% women.
Thank you for having all. Thank you for your yes, whatever I'm trying to say.
Currently, we have more followers in Pakistan than we do San Antonio, Texas. It's a 0.9% Pakistan and 0.6% San Antonio.
See, we are awesome.
We are awesome. Sorry, I got all kinds of. So to support our India following in the charts, our audience is 2.1% India, 1.3% Pakistan. See, what's the difference here? Top cities. Oh, that's top cities. Top countries. Pakistan's number 3 at 1.3%.
We love all our Pakis.
Mm-hmm. Brazil, Australia, the Philippines, Bangladesh. Canada's down like 7th on the list. Must be Diva.
Hold on.
Our one Canadian.
How do we have more? We have 9 followers from Jackson. Is that how that is? So I'm looking at
1.3%. Yeah. Top cities, 1.3% from Jackson.
Well, Jackson's a mecca for food trucks. We've got like 24 and
yeah. All right. What was it? Oh yeah. Isaac.
India and Pakistan. Oh, don't forget about Brazil and the Philippines and Bangladesh.
I said all those things.
Oh, what about the Sudan?
How about you listen to me?
Did you see the Sudan?
Yeah, you cut me off at Canada and then I moved on. Mm-hmm.
My apologies for cutting you off.
It's okay. I'm used to it.
I do know.
That's the only way you get heard on the show because it's just all me.
It is.
Yep. Let's see here. I had posted yesterday asking for some questions and New Year's resolutions. We got one from Isaac, of course. He wanted to piggyback on last week's financial questions about sales and stuff. What's your sales in weekdays, Monday through Friday versus weekend, Saturday and Sunday?
We definitely did.
The follow up to that is it possible to 250K top line a year doing caterings and Monday through Friday work, or do you feel you have to have weekends to pull that off?
Yes and yes.
Yeah, you can work Monday through Friday and do 250,000 in sales. We were probably there last year if you took out our Saturdays and Sundays. And that was just doing 4 days. That was Tuesday through Friday. We were probably 250. Maybe not. Close, probably. Yeah, I think in order to hit 250 Monday through Friday, roadside and catering, I think you have to be spot on every day. I don't think you can have a whole lot of wiggle room for bad days. Especially if you're not getting a lot of catering. So, I mean, we had a decent amount of catering during the week this year, which for us was pretty unusual. I mean, most of our catering comes Saturdays and Sundays. We never got until this last year a whole lot of business lunch catering type stuff. So I'm hoping we can grow that though, because it's nice to have. And obviously this year with our contract with Aetna, that will definitely grow this year, but we'd love to get some other businesses on board too. Skippy?
So, doing the math, you work 5 days a week, 52 weeks a year. That's 260 days.
Okay.
So 250,000 divided by $260 or 260 days in a year, you have to do 900 and I'm going to round up and say $962 a day, Monday through Friday, to hit 250,000 in sales.
And that's working all year through the winter.
That's working all year through.
Go down to 33 weeks.
So 33.
So you're at 165 days. My math is right.
I'll trust you. $1,515 every day.
Yeah.
If you work basically 8 months a year, 9 months a year.
Yeah. So that's our mid-March through October is typically right about 33 weeks.
So depending on where you are, weather will play into that pretty heavily.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then you get into weeks where you have holidays, which typically aren't as busy for us. Especially the day after Memorial day after Labor Day are usually slow days. So then you have to make up those days. So now you had to have a couple $2,000 days in there. I'm not saying it's not possible.
Yeah, your average if you work all year long has to be about $1,000 a day.
Yeah. So yes, doable. There's good money to be had out on the weekends. And our weekends have been so inconsistent with some of our locations, but we're hoping to get into a whole lot more events this year, so should help boost at least our Saturday numbers. So, and I'm okay with Sundays being what they are. You know, our Newego days are good days. They're not great days, but they're fairly relaxed, and
yeah,
it's a good Sunday. Like, I'm okay with not doing a $2,500, $3,000 day every Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, if you can go out, we started going out on Sundays, and the goal was like $500. Like it's just enough to top off the week, you know.
Yep. So, but yeah, definitely Saturdays and events, man. Open houses. I would say you at least need to do that kind of thing. You need to be open to catering on Saturdays and Sundays, because May, June is so huge for weddings and open houses that it's easy money.
Or graduation parties.
Yeah,
I know that's what open house. Yeah. Correct, but we might not say them the same way.
In Michigan slang.
Yeah, open houses. What, people are just coming to your house because it's open? Oh, yeah, kind of.
Like real estate open houses? Yeah. Make a killing, man. So,
speaking of open houses, what do you think like you've done a whole bunch.
Mm-hmm.
And based off of certain things, you can probably do the math on a lot of what people have spent for these open houses. What do you think what's the most extravagant open house you ever went
to? Chris did a drop off. I think it was 100, maybe 150 people. Maybe not. I don't even think it was that many. Because that was a day that we did like 4 open houses, and we were all going to different spots. But he came back. He was like, they had an ice cream truck there. They had cotton candy machines. They had a DJ. Damn. So that was probably the most festivities that we've seen. We were probably the cheapest vendor at that party. But yeah, that's probably the most extravagant that I can think of. I mean, we've definitely been to some very nice houses for high school open houses.
So this year was a first. We pulled up to a wedding barn that I know is about $2,500 to rent. We served out of the food truck. We were 2,500. They had an elephant ear truck. They were
Jesus.
1,800. Inside the barn, they had a DJ, probably 1,000, and they had one of those money machines that like you walk in and you can grab dollars, whatever. And he gave us a $400 tip.
Just stupid.
Like, I
For
mean,
high school.
yeah, and I've been to a lot of really nice houses. Sorry, long couple days. Yeah, I've been to a lot of really nice houses, and this was by far the most extravagant one I've ever been to. I love to hear from our audience, like when you pulled up to a house or you pulled up to a venue. Like, do you ever just think, wow, how do I get to that amount of money?
Well, it's
Because that's just excuse my language, but that's just like fuck you money. Like, like here you go, whatever.
what's his name from Barstool Sports
Yeah,
put $1 million on Michigan yesterday, and he was
He did?
talking about he's like, well, if it hits, if it wins, he said I might just roll it over and put it on Washington. Like putting down $1 million, it's like it didn't affect his life one way or the other,
No,
win or lose.
he is. Listen,
It's just like
he was. Okay, so Washington did beat Texas. I didn't watch that. I didn't watch that game.
Another really good game. Texas had a chance to tie it. It sounds like right at the end. I went to bed, but
Wow.
yeah, it was another one-score game.
So basically this is the last two undefeated teams are going against each other in the finals.
I can't wait. It should be a good game.
That Penix kid is just damn good.
Yeah, that Washington offense is really good. So it'll be cool to see him play Michigan's defense.
So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to root for Washington for one reason and one reason only. For the absolute whooping they put on Michigan State this year, 41-7. I would love to get a little member.
Hey, let Big Brother avenge your loss, man.
No, because then we're never going to fucking hear whole Big Brother bullshit. Whatever.
Well, don't worry, you're going to get to see a whole lot more of Washington because they're in the Big Ten next year.
I know. It's exciting. It's exciting about the teams that are coming to the Big Ten next year.
Yeah. I think there's some Big Ten teams that are puckered up a little bit and like, we're not going to win another championship ever.
Yeah, they're not happy at all. Okay, so we got, what else we got?
I don't know what I was like, I don't know.
You were going to your chef talk, I think.
Oh yeah, well, Isaac's New York resolution was to have all his shit together before the truck is finished in August. So, good luck with that. It won't be, but good luck.
You can always hope for the best.
Yeah, I mean, there's always something else to do. Always. You're never going to be prepared. So, so yeah, I had posted the picture of the pork belly burnt end risotto. In a couple different spots. First of all, let's go to my post in the food truck training Facebook group. Just kind of looking for some input. I had a feeling that it was going to go the way it went. Saying that I would love to do something like that on the truck. Curious about holding risotto. Now the picture that I had posted, that had been sitting in a pot or pan for 5-ish to 10 minutes while I was getting other stuff around. I wasn't in a big hurry to eat it. So it had definitely firmed up just in that amount of time. The rice absorbed whatever liquid was left. It was still delicious and very good. But pretty much you're not going to hot hold risotto. So definitely not, especially for the way our trucks are set up, not something Was that me or you?
My dog just made a grunt.
I heard like a chime.
Not me.
Well, now I got to figure out where it came from because it almost sounded like a notification. But we have no new comments or anything in here. So, all right. Yeah, I can't make risotto to order. Now without having someone wait for 10 minutes. So they were like, power cook the risotto, power cook the rice, and then you can just add the liquid to it. I was like, still, it's going to be, I mean, we don't have, yeah, it's not, we don't have hot water at all times. We don't, for cooking, we don't have a pot of hot water ready to go for making risotto. We don't have burners that are fired up with pans on them ready to go type thing. It's not we don't have that kind of setup because we're just assembly. We're not cooking anything when someone comes up to the window.
Yeah.
So that kind of confirmed and will lead me not to try to do risotto on the truck because it'll lead to a bad product eventually. I'll pass probably the first 4 people that come up. So we had talked about when we had our guest Bubba on about a restaurant concept of, could a barbecue joint hit that French kitchen Michelin star type of atmosphere? And this is the kind of dish that you're thinking of. I'm thinking of, it's and even, higher end than that, obviously, but a restaurant that serves only that type of stuff. You're not going to get a meat plate at this restaurant. You're going to get, brisket risottos and, very high end, fancy foo dishes. But your average check there for a table of 2 is going to be $250 to $300. Put it on par with like someone said a high end steakhouse type of atmosphere. Yeah, think of like Ruth's Chris, but higher.
Yeah.
Where this is not somewhere you're a casual dinner. You're coming in for something. And somebody says it's been tried. Okay, go. Sorry.
I was going to say, have you been to the Royal?
Yeah.
Okay. Wouldn't Q39 really kind of...
I don't know. I've never been there.
Oh, okay. My bad. I thought that was one of the places everybody goes when they go to the Royal.
I ate 0 barbecue while I was there.
Okay. All right.
I was too busy drinking the entire week.
All right. So for what you were talking about, I would look up the menu for Q39.
Yeah.
And I would think that's kind of what you're talking about. What I would call gourmet barbecue. But yeah, keep going. Sorry.
Now I'm looking it up, but
you have to reserve tables, stuff like that.
But that's not the atmosphere we're talking about. This is not a t-shirt and cargo shorts type of place.
Okay.
Higher. Aim higher.
So a high-end steakhouse, a high-end restaurant where a shirt and tie is required?
Not necessarily a shirt and tie, but somewhere you would take somebody for an anniversary.
Okay.
Think of it that way.
Sure.
Is more what I was going for. Not necessarily just a good barbecue place that's like a Logan's, know.
I got you.
To where, yeah, you're not getting out of there with $75 a plate type of thing. So somebody says it's been tried, it's been done. Hold on, let me see if I can get to the post. Why can't I get to the post? Excuse me. There's some days I really don't like the business suites.
No.
When trying to get to previous posts to see comments and stuff.
I just do it on Facebook.
Mike Silverstein says that it looks delicious. We have a place here trying to sell pork belly mac for $20 and a burger for $25. But why can't I find the rest of the comments? There was a whole bunch of them.
Wasn't most of them in the food truck training group?
No, that was all just about the risotto.
Oh, okay.
Oh, most of the comments were on the one without the picture. So I forgot to post the picture the first time.
Oh.
I said I get to the right one. All right. Steve, who was also, we had Steve on, didn't we? As a guest. So I thought, with the way labor is going, the sit-down bricks and mortars are not working, let alone protein-heavy concept. Food trucks and sold by weight counter service are going to be the only viable options in the next 5 years unless labor product prices drop. Doubtful. I don't agree. To say that sit-down restaurants are going to be gone in the next 5 years,
No.
I think is pretty ludicrous. In my opinion, Steve. Unless you're thinking sit-down barbecue joints. And again, I wonder, off the one post, I don't know if it was misconstrued. People didn't get where I was trying to get to. The other one was, it's been tried with little success. Barbecue is already labor and cost intensive, and with the current situation in the industry, not likely to work. Deep pockets, absolutely the best way to make a little money is to start with a lot, which is, I think, an old barbecue competition saying
Pretty
that went
much.
around for a while.
Yeah.
So first of all, it's been tried with little success. That is all restaurants. The success rate of any restaurant is low. So to say it's been tried, don't do it, doesn't sit with me. I think there is a market for everything. I think there is definitely some cities in downtown areas that could support something like this. Just with what else is out there, downtown Grand Rapids alone, when you look at Ruth's Chris and right across the street, you have Leo's and some other higher end restaurants. They service a very particular crowd. I think if you seek out that affluent crowd and provide the service and food to support it, I think it's going to be successful, just like with anything. What's your key demographic that you're trying to hit? Can you provide the food and service that brings in that demographic? Skippy? Bubba did say greatness. Bubba said, "Do you want elevated barbecue? I'd be happy just to get great barbecue at most places." Agreed. I said I think I'd be happy with
mediocre
barbecue at most places.
So a high end. So yeah, a high end barbecue restaurant. I mean, I don't ever go to a high end steakhouse. So I don't know if I would ever. I think for me personally, if I was going to a high end barbecue place, I feel I would get let down. So I'd just be donating to them.
But that's because you're a barbecue snob.
Correct. But I also feel the same thing about steaks because I know, if they're telling me on a menu they're serving or they're cooking up a prime steak, I know what a prime steak tastes like, and I know how much it costs. do I want to spend it there anyway?
Right.
If it's in a place like, it's got to be a major metropolitan area. I don't think it could be the entire menu. I think it could be a part of their menu where, like, I would like to see a restaurant that's got a couple different things from each type of concept. Like, they've got high-end burgers, they have high-end barbecue, and like high-end something else, whatever the other thing is. Hi, Pebbles. That's what I would like to see. If it's going to be high-end at all, that way you can try things. But I don't think a high-end barbecue places. How's that going?
I don't know. Keep talking, Skippy.
Can't hear myself. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I don't think it'll work. That's what I'm saying. But I agree with Bubba that it would be great to get good barbecue at most places.
Sorry, I muted myself for a second there while I think a bark color was applied.
Oh,
And then I'm responding to somebody else asking where they can find us.
I was thinking about rice bowls.
Is that because somebody mentioned them in the other posts?
No, like I've actually been thinking about rice bowls, just as a different vessel, you know.
Yep.
I don't know when I started doing the wraps, it's like, are people getting tired of like sandwiches or buns or something like that? Do they want something else to use as a vessel to put their to feed their faces? So
Yeah. Rice bowls are good. Rice holds okay. Gonna murder somebody. And by somebody, I mean something. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Does he like rice? He's just letting you know. Jeez. There's no murdering. So this is the part of the podcast that Josh wishes wasn't in here. I mean, wishes that we weren't live at the moment. What do you guys like to see? What's your which every one of our followers can post on our Facebook page what your concept is. We'd love to see that. Love to see what everybody's concept is.
Mm-hmm. And a good rice recipe for Skippy.
So, funny story. There's a place in Ann Arbor called Ricewood that I was actually planning on going to before I went to Satchel's. And that's what they do is they have rice bowls. They have a brisket and a pork sandwich too. But it's like their rice bowls are 2 scoops of rice with scallions, tomatoes, soy sauce, vinegar, and your choice of meat. And then you can choose your spice level: no spice, medium, or spicy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So their brisket rice bowl is $15. Seems fair.
Yeah.
And they have these things called bombs. Like, I assume they're called flavor bombs. So it's like you get the OG veggie bowl, which includes the rice, and then you get sesame cucumbers, red cabbage slaw, kimchi, chili crisp, and pickled red onions. It sounds good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, do some of those, will you?
I want to start pickling onions. I never really got into it.
Oh, super easy.
I know.
We might even switch to. I'm gonna try a couple different recipes. I think in the next couple weeks, but for pickles. But I don't know that I want to change that. So
yeah,
just a quick pickled cucumber type of thing, kind of how we do with our onions.
Yeah.
Our onions only need to sit for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely get better the longer they're in, but we've definitely served 1 hour pickled onions in the past.
Their pulled pork sandwich. So this is, I assume, Korean fusion kind of thing. Is it comes with a red cabbage slaw and a gochujang aioli.
Nice.
And the brisket comes with dill pickle, pickled red onions, and a pineapple barbecue sauce.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Anyway,
seems like a little heavy on the acid.
They do sell Kool-Aid.
Okay.
Well, I love Kool-Aid.
So who doesn't? Forever. It's all sugar. Yeah, that sandwich seems
I haven't had Kool-Aid in forever.
A little too acidy for me. The pickles, the pickled onions, and then pineapple.
Yeah.
For me, that's heartburn city. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, it's just interesting. It's a different menu. We don't really have any like Korean barbecue places that I wouldn't even say this is Korean barbecue, but probably close to it. Anyway, looking up on the interwebs, I do not see any. I typed in like high-end barbecue restaurants in the United States. Really, nothing comes up. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think to the level that I have in my head, I don't think it's been done.
Well, that means you can do it.
The more people I hear say it won't work, the more it makes me want to try. So, but that's just me and how my brain works. So,
get after it.
Yeah, I don't have the background or the spot or the team.
That's why you hire the background.
I know.
Some of these I really want to try, though. Anyway, are you a chef?
Sorry, I'm on the Michelin guide.
Oh,
right now.
Okay.
And they have a in their barbecue category.
Okay.
They have 58 restaurants listed. These are not Michelin star rated. But in the first 20, there are none of the restaurants that you would be used to seeing. So here, let me do this for you. Copy. I'm going to put this into the chat so anybody listening can also see this.
Yeah, I just Googled it.
So there's the link I'm looking at right now.
Why do they have the tire guy?
Tire guy?
Yeah.
Because that's the Michelin. It's Michelin tires is where Michelin stars came from. Yes.
Really?
Yes. Yes. You know why?
No.
They weren't selling enough tires. So they wanted to make a list of restaurants for people to go visit to drive their cars more. Thus, the Michelin star system was created.
So I know. So I'm on just 1 through 20, and number 2, Hometown Barbecue. I know they're a smokehouse
in New York.
Yeah.
But
I love how all these are in New York. A lot of them are in New York, or at least the first few are in New York.
Yeah. That's what I say. I mean, you go through, you're looking for your normal Austin, Houston type joints, and I don't know that there's a Texas place on the first 20.
No. A lot of them are,
I don't know how they are listed either. I don't think it's a top 20 type of thing.
Well, so some of them have the little Michigan guy's head at the bottom of their tab.
So that is, well, let's see what that means.
Is that like their recommendation?
So I think that is an actual, I don't know. So I clicked on it, and there's the little guys there again, and it says Bib Gourmand, good quality, good value, and then there's a review. So it's Michelin's Guide point of view.
Oh, okay.
So I'm guessing maybe those are the ones that they've actually reviewed. Maybe they're pulling these other ones from. Let me find one that doesn't have one.
Oh, it's true.
They all have a Michelin's Guide point of view. But maybe the other ones have an actual, like a user rating. Maybe that's it. Like I've been here. If anybody knows how this works in here, let us know.
Yeah.
We can't get our Michelin stars if we don't know how it works. Jeez.
But you can look at the little dollar signs and stuff, and it looks like all the Korean barbecue joints are the high dollar ones.
Yeah.
I can only
But
imagine.
yeah, I mean, it's not easy getting a Michelin star. So, but yeah, it all came from tires.
I did not know that. All right, good to know.
I saw it. God, I saw this whole. I don't know if it was just like an episode on some other thing that, yeah, because somebody else said it. I was like, no freaking way. And they went through the whole thing about it was for selling tires. They weren't selling enough tires, so they wanted to make a guide to encourage road trips, so people could go out and see the country with the new. So it was right. The interstate system all came about, and no one left because no one knew that there was, like what's out there.
Yeah.
Not gonna just drive to drive. But so yeah,
that's our Michelin star portion of the podcast.
Yeah. So
some of these dishes are amazing looking.
I know. This is what I'm talking about. This is the level that I'm talking about.
So it's just the presentation level, not necessarily what they're serving?
Well, yeah. I mean, you're seeing stuff that it's like basil foams and stuff. There are combinations there that work with smoked meats.
All right. Cool.
I've seen high-end presented pork belly burnt ends, where you get a single pork belly burnt end in this little bowl with something
for $322.38.
Yeah, I think the right concept in the right location, in a location similar to Grand Rapids where that demographics already there.
Yeah,
I think can work. I think the nearest Michelin star restaurant to us is Chicago. Maybe Detroit, but I would guess Chicago is the closest. And that's just too far. Everybody should be within an hour of a Michelin star restaurant. That's my goal in life. Make it happen. You want to go in, Skippy?
I'm just lost.
We'll be the first.
I'm just lost in food pictures now.
Did I just hear a zipper?
Simmer down, Turbo. Simmer down.
We'll have the first chain restaurant that's Michelin star rated.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Well,
yeah, then it's once you get it, you have to maintain it, so they can take it away too.
Yes, they can. Yes, I know.
So it's like a yearly, or I don't know how often, but yeah, you have to then maintain said Michelin rating. Yeah, Skippy is definitely lost in food porn over there. That's a good place to get lost. I mean, yeah, that's. So there's a whole combination of flavors out there that go together that we get barbecue, I think, more than any other subset of food or genre of food or whatever is so traditional. that anytime you try to get outside of traditional, you get the comments like we get. It won't work. It's been tried. Don't do it.
I think you and I are outside of traditional.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, for some people, if it's anything, you put some paprika in your rub and you're sacrilegious. So, yeah, I think you can do it. I think it can work. It is in my vision as a sometime.
Sounds good.
If the stars were to align, the right people, the right place, I would definitely let it go, make a go of it. And I think it would be fun and cool. But
I could picture you being the bear.
Yeah. Heck yeah, man. I am a bear. Rawr.
You are a hit in the bear community, that's for sure.
That's right. I'm very big in some bars.
Very small in others.
It's all about knowing your demographic, folks. Yeah. So that is, yeah, I mean, that would be, everything else is going very well. There is a couple trucks out there, or a fleet of trucks out there, and maybe that walk up brick and mortar type location, to where we could do something like that without, it's that $1 million bet. You know, it's like, we can do that. If it doesn't work, we tried it. We're not going to bankrupt anything else. That is when I would do it.
Good. So let's get on it.
That money's not there right now.
It can be.
No, it sure can't. Yeah, I'm sure me going to the bank right now and looking for $1.5 million would be no problem.
Yeah, exactly.
To do an unproven concept that either has been done and failed or has never been done. With zero team in place. Yeah.
Pam would come back.
Pam would come back. Yeah. All right.
So
Chris, I'd like to hear what you would think about being in that environment. I know you've watched at least season 1 of The Bear. And had some PTSD when you watched it, so
to put a bow on this episode, this is the Josh and Skippy rambling about Michelin star restaurants and how they don't work or do work, and Josh is going to open one this year. Congratulations, Josh.
Okay. I will need to be the beneficiary of someone's wealthy will.
Oh, you didn't get the email about the Nigerian prince?
I'm still waiting. My credit score has only gone down since then, and I have gotten zero money yet. So I'm thinking it might have been a scam.
Better luck next time, bud.
Yeah. No. You can't win if you don't play.
Nope.
All right, everybody. I think we'll probably be back to our normal schedule next week. Monday, I hope.
Sure.
We appreciate everybody kind of hanging with us through the holiday season and figuring out when to find us. If you're behind on episodes, this is a good week. If you're still off work, or if you're going back to work, it's a good week to catch up. Listen to us in the car, wherever you find your podcast. This episode should be up and available for streaming. I'm hoping by noonish. So we have some driving to do, so I might be doing some of this in the car. So what are you pointing at? The 9:30?
No, I'm giving you a big thumbs up.
Oh, there you go.
Big thumb.
You're